Hello, dear friends and subscribers. This is your host Ram. Once again, coming this Sunday on my second cricket show today. And the reason being that when I was doing my daily cricket show today morning, that was for the previous day, yesterday, because as I said, it's a day night test match which is happening between West Indies and Sri Lanka. And I can definitely give you a live cricket update, which I will definitely update you. But before that, the main reason that I'm here is to talk about Jos Butler. What a player he's turning out to be for England. I mean, at a situation I left you, as you would remember, with my tweets and my cricket updates on the Cricket Happening show, you would have seen I said that the main wicket would be Jos Butler, and how right I was, as Jos Butler was the one kept his cool even though there were a lot of overs left. He had only the number 10 and 11 batsmen with him, but Rashid gave him brilliant company, and then he saw to it, Jos Butler saw to it, that he guided England to victory, and England for the first time ever beating Australia 5-0 in an ODI series. That was another first for them. So definitely I'm going to talk about that match in detail, but also I can give you a live cricket update here where I'm talking from Kensington Oval, Bridgetown in Barbados, where the Sri Lankans today, the West Indians today were bowled out for 204. Lairu Kumara taking a 4-wicket bag, and it was pretty quick stuff there. So match right now as I'm talking is delayed by rain. The live cricket update coming here from the Kensington Oval, Bridgetown, Barbados on day 2. And we are in session 2 right now, and I do see that Sri Lanka lost 2 early wickets today, both the wickets going to Kemar Roche, and right now as I'm talking to you, they're placed at 53 for 2. Kushal Mendis is not out on 9 with 2 boundaries. Gunathilaka is not out on 27 with 3 fours and 1 6. So this is something that I will be revisiting later. But first, as I said, one needs to talk about this knock from Jos Butler. What a knock! Take a bow, Jos Butler. And Jos Butler definitely is turning into a sort of a really impact player for England. No doubt. He has done it in the past. He did it again. And as I already spoken in my last Cricket Happening show about the Australian batting 205 all outs, I'm not going to get into that. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking about the England innings. And England innings also in a brief manner. I've already spoken to you, left you with the score on 55 for 5. But Jos Butler and Moeen Ali had pushed the score to 80. And right now, and as I said, all started off with Jos Butler and Moeen Ali joining in a good combination there. They were doing very well. They pushed the score along, but with only 6 runs added, Moeen Ali was a victim. Now Stoinis was the bowler, and Moeen Ali, Moeen Ali was forced to square up and a simple catch. I think I also covered this in my tweet. So 86 for 6 at the stage, and they still had a long way to go. Sam Curran on his debut contributed 15 of 21 balls. With 1-4 and 1-6. Now, this was a flashing drive which was played by Sam Curran, and he was caught behind the bowling of Jai Richardson for 15 of 21 deliveries. He also hit 1-6 as well, 1-4, 1-6 on his debut. Liam Plunkett was the hope. After Sam Curran was done, one knew that Liam Plunkett is a good all-rounder, but Liam Plunkett totally disappointed with the very next delivery. Jai Richardson found the wicket of Liam Plunkett as well, as Plunkett went the first ball. Now this was very, very not a good shot at all under the circumstances by Liam Plunkett. He chased a full wide delivery, absolutely no footwork, and it was a thick edge, and Payne grabbed it. So Liam Plunkett out very first ball, and that really made this England innings put in real pain, one could say, as they scored at 114 for 8. And Butler, as I said, was someone, as long as he was remaining it was always going to be difficult for Australia, and how right I was. Adil Rashid joined him, and Adil Rashid, well, he did a good job. In fact, what Adil Rashid did is he kept on taking the singles, giving the strike to Butler, and Butler also playing in a very, very balanced manner. 114 for 8. Who would have thought? I would have said that, as I said, as long as Butler was there, England definitely had hope. But many people would have probably given up. But Jos Butler, what a balancing act he did. He had only number 10 and 11 for company. He nurtured the innings. He kept on, playing in a very balanced manner. But at the same time, he was making sure that he was keeping up with the run rate and, hitting a few blows as and when it was required. And that kept going. And the good thing was that Adil Rashid was keeping him good company. And that partnership really enabled. If you look at the partnership that happened, it is basically, we could say it's a 81 run partnership, very valuable one at that, for the 9th wicket, which happened between Jos Butler and Adil Rashid. And Adil Rashid, after contributing 20 and doing a good job by supporting Butler, was with the score on 195. The 9th wicket went. Now that was a stunning catch by Stanley. In fact, the partnership was doing well, and it was a delivery from Marcus Stoinis, who bowls just the medium pace, one could say, and he whipped it across the line. But unfortunately for Adil Rashid, I did not hit the middle of the bat. The ball went high over the air. It was it went high in the air, and the ball was swirling, and it was not an easy catch to take on. But it was Billy Stanley, the tall guy, running in at fine leg, and really putting himself forward, so diving forward and picking up that catch. And what a catch that was! And Adil Rashid was gone. Caught Stanley, bowled Stoinis for 20 with no boundaries, or 47 deliveries. Now now 195 for 9. There were 10 runs, but it was very important that Jos Butler got the strike, because number 11, Jake Ball, is a genuine tail-ender who walked in. And really, one was a bit surprised as to, as I said, there were a lot of overs left. At 195 for 9, one did not know what was the reason behind it. In fact, of the last ball, probably one would have thought that, Jos Butler would have taken a single, but on the other hand, he decided not to take the single, and that ended up with Jake Ball having to face the one full over from Ashton Agar, and I'm sure the heart would have been in the mouth for England at that time. And Ashton Agar kept on bowling, and Jake Ball kept on defending, not really trying to hit the ball, just trying to keep his wicket, keep the ball away from the wicket, or just wanting to stay there. And he played, and very fortunately, Jake Ball survived the whole over of Ashton Agar, which was good to see. And then finally, it was Butler who took the Butler who picked it up, and Butler actually slammed Stoinis for a magnificent 6. And then after that, Butler made sure that England are definitely going to win the match. And he completed it with a powerful boundary, and it was all over. And Jake Ball was not out on 1, and as soon as Moeen Ali got out, Jos Butler hit a stroke of Stoinis for 6 to bring up his 100, and then the 10 runs that were required, he composed himself with the number 11 batsman at the crease. As I said, Ashton Agar bowling a maiden over to Jake Ball. And after that, Butler did not allow the ball to actually take strike, and he completed the formalities with a nice knock of an unbeaten 110 of 122 deliveries, 12 fours and 1-6, game over, and it was a victory for England. And as I said, this was the first time ever that England have beaten Australia hollow 5-0 in an ODI series, and congratulations to them. So Ashton Agar bowled very well, 10 overs, 2 minutes, 1 for 34. Stanley, 10 overs, 103 for 35, did a fine job at the top. Nathan Lyon, 10 overs, none for 32. Richardson was also, even though he leaked some runs, he picked up 3 for 51. Stoinis did a good job, I thought, turning out to be a very utility cricketer for Australia. 8.3 overs, no maiden, 2 for 37. And DRC short bowled 1 over for 12 runs. And the man of the match, well, there are no prizes for guessing. As I said, not only the man of the match and the man of the series going to Jos Butler. And as I said, he's really turning out to be a real impact player for England. And that really is a great feeling for Jos Butler. So that is as far as that match is concerned. So now let's get on to the match between Sri Lanka and the West Indies. And look, as I said, West Indies resumed. I can only give you a live cricket update. Probably I might dwell on it tomorrow, time permitting, or you can actually look at my tweets, which I'll try to tweet about it. So we are talking about the match between Sri Lanka and the West Indies, and as I'm talking to you, players just resumed here at Kensington Old Bridgetown in Barbados. So talking about it, let's talk about the West Indian card. So West Indies actually resuming on their overnight total today of 132 for 5, but it was pretty quick work by the Sri Lankan bowlers. So let's have a look at what really transpired on day 2 here at Kensington Old Bridgetown, Barbados, in this day-night test match. So Dane Dowrich and Jason Holder carried on in the same vein as yesterday, and got the partnership to 168. So basically they had added 78 yesterday for the unbroken 6th wicket, and finally it was 115 runs partnership was the final figure, as both actually continued in their old-fashioned way as that went on, and then Lairu Kumara was the one who struck it rich for Sri Lanka when he saw the back of Shane Dowrich. Now this was a delivery from Lairu Kumara, which was actually outside the off stump, but it was basically nipping in towards the middle stump, and Dowrich was declared LBW, bowled Kumara for 71 with 9 boundaries. Jason Holder, after that Jason Holder was there at the crease, but Bishu was the next to go. He was caught by Mendes of the bowling of Kumara. Now Bishu did not know anything about this. He was beaten for sheer pace by Lairu Kumara, as the ball actually straightened, and it forced Bishu to actually square up, and he jabbed at it, and it was an excellent catch taken by Mendes at second slip. So Bishu was gone, and after that Kemar Roche came in and joined Jason Holder, but Jason Holder was out, and his wicket was taken by Kasun Rajita. Now this was fantastic fielding by Dilruwan Pereira at Gully. What a catch! I mean, we have seen some beautiful catches being taken in this day-night test match, and this was really a flyer of a catch taken by Dilruwan at Gully, because he literally was flying to take that catch. In fact, Holder was actually trying to take the ball on the up, but it was a thick outside edge that travelled pretty quickly, and what a sense of anticipation from Dilruwan Pereira at Gully, almost stretching fully and then flying in to pluck that ball, and Jason Holder, after making 74 with 13 boundaries, departed. Caught Pereira, bowled Rajita, and then finally it was pretty easy stuff. Kushal Pereira took care of Miguel Cummins, caught by Mendes. Shannon Gabriel was caught. Dikwala bowled Kumara for 2, and that was the end of the West Indian innings. Roach remained not out on 11 with 1 boundary, and the total score for Sri Lanka was 200. So West Indies was 204 all out. Lakmal 2 for 52, but Lairu Kumara was very impressive. 23.3 overs, 5 maidens, 58 runs and 4 wickets for Lairu Kumara. Kusun Rajita, 17 overs, 1 maiden, 68 runs and 3 wickets. Pereira, 10 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 16. Now Sri Lanka in their first dig, in reply to the West Indians 204, had a very horrid start. In fact, the first wicket to go was Kushal Pereira himself. Now this was Kemar Roche was the bowler, who was getting the ball to really do something on this particular pitch, and the breakthrough was given pretty quickly with the score. I reckon was in fact the West Indians were yet to score, and the first wicket went down when Pereira trying to cut a ball which was outside the off stump, and the ball probably stayed a bit low, and it was an edge. Dowrich behind the stumps made no mistake, and Pereira was walking for a duck. Caught Dowrich, bowled Roche. Mahela Uduvate got a good delivery from Roche, which jagged in after pitching, and it was a sort of a tentative prod by Mahela Uduvate, not going fully forward, and in that process the ball actually went past his defensive blade and hit his pad, but the umpire had already raised his finger, and Mahela Uduvate was on his way. LBW Roche for 4, and so that was good job done by the Kemar Roche, as the Lankans were 16 for 2 at that stage. But after that, the revival was not the revival. I would say a brief revival was done, and the brief revival is still on right now as I'm speaking, with the West Indian score on the Sri Lankan score on 64 for 2. My Gunatilaka is not out on 27, 3 fours and 1 6. Kushal Mendes is not on 14 with 3 boundaries, and that's the match situation. As I leave you, dear fans, friends, and subscribers from this cricket show, so so as I said, I just came on to talk about this Jos Butler innings. It was a real gem, and I'm sure he's going to treasure it, because coming at 114 for 8 and taking the team to victory in itself is a really a great achievement, which the Australian captain Tim Paine has gone on to say it is the best wicketkeeper batsman in the world currently. And he has also mentioned that Dhoni is not far behind, but he still feels that Butler is the best among them. Why not? Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, I have nothing else to add. It's about time for me to pull the curtain down on this cricket happening show this on a Sunday. And till such time, I see you tomorrow, that's on a Monday. It's good night from here.